I think just positively speaking, we've always marketed the fact that we're not part of a group and that we don't need to wait for this corporate hierarchy to approve things or to make a decision. And we can be very agile, and there's been various keywords that we've applied to our business philosophy. In this pandemic, I can confidently say that was the case. It was exercised as such. Gary and I took various portfolios and ran with them and consolidated them every evening. And it allowed us to really turn the ship rudder and the sails and make sure that we were still enjoying the prevailing wind as much as we could until it died down. And so it was hugely positive for me in that we could shift the business from one direction to another basically overnight. And we had 4 or 5 navigational changes before the lockdown happened. So that gave me great confidence. The second is that the staff embraced the leadership of the company. And I'm talking not just Gary and myself, certainly our management. And that for me is a great success, in that you don't embrace somebody in difficult times unless you trust them. So I really felt that the staff level and staff engagement with the management team, if you had to do a health check of it, in my view, we passed it with flying colours.
First of all, it's forced us to have a look and to focus a lot more on our personal hygiene, on our food hygiene, and that's great. I think that's something that's needed across the globe in terms of let's put a real focus on the cleaning standards and the materials that we use, and so on. As mentioned earlier as well, from a staffing point of view, and our employees, they've got lots of friends and colleagues within other hotel management companies and hotels, etc., and other conference centers. So they know what's going on out there, and this has given us an opportunity to really practice what we preach, and that's been great. And as Glyn mentioned earlier, I think that can only bear us well going forward in terms of when we return to work. They've been able to see firsthand when times are tough, we will be there for them.
What I did learn, and I think Gary and I both learned, is a contract really didn't mean anything over this period. It wasn't business as normal, and the positives is I think that I can sit here today knowing that we did our best in every attribute of the closure and to secure the future of the business. So there's lots of positives.
Our relationships with the industry as such are going to be stronger than ever, because people now know that during tough times they can turn to us and pick up the phone and have that difficult discussion, if it is a difficult one to be had. And as said earlier, it's given us an opportunity. We as we mentioned earlier, we're building a new hotel, and it's coming out of the ground as we speak. It's given us an opportunity to look at the finer details. We're designing kitchens with pizza ovens and flutes, and really look at the operational flow of those things, look at the new hotel bedrooms and look at how they work for our corporate guests, where the plug points are, where the USB points are, and looking at how the room, the flow of the room, etc. So it's given us some great opportunity to get on top of a lot of things. It has been a busy start to the year, certainly January, February, and half of March. So it's given us an opportunity to get to those things that you just never get really time to do, and to get the ideas flowing, really to get those creative juices flowing, so that when we do come back, we can implement numerous things. We pride ourselves on every year coming up with new ideas, whether it be our Vita coffee stations or Marcel's frozen yogurt. We've got a tuk-tuk which just arrived before our closure, which is your sweets station, which comes out at 3:00 in the afternoon for guests to help themselves to. And those are just some of the things we're working on a perpetual basis. Spoke to our head chef yesterday, and he's busy working on new menus, innovative menus. He's researching foods from across the world, looking at the latest trends. So those things he would never have had an opportunity to do, because he's usually standing behind a stove.
Don't make decisions of speculation. there's no reason why people should be postponing conferences that are booked for October at this stage, especially based off speculation. Let's give the governments the opportunity globally to make the impact that they are making. Let's flatten the curve and let's try and make an educated decision closer to the time than one to say, let me cut my losses now and actually possibly incur a bigger deficit because we've been impulsive in our decision making. That's what I would suggest.
In terms of the lockdown, it's a small price to pay. It's the right thing to do. Sure, it's got a negative impact on businesses and on the economy and on the money flowing into pockets and so on. But it's the right thing to do to save lives. And we applaud our government for stepping in so early. In terms of a message to our team and our staff, our teams and our staff, we're with you, and we're not going anywhere. We're in this together, and we will get through stronger, and we will see you back as soon as we can, back at the conference center and the hotel to reunite with our greater family. But we're certainly here for you. We haven't forgotten about you, and we're with you all the way. And we'll do everything within our power to make this period as easy on you as possible.